Hi, and welcome to another episode of My Life in 75 Square Feet. I'm Bob, and today I'm lucky enough to get to see somebody's van build. And I'm going to let her tell you all about her van. Her name is Joni.
Hi, I'm Joni with the Galavan. Galavan is Gal Adventure Van, and I'm the gal. This is the van. The van is a 2015 Sprinter, badged as a Freightliner, built by Mercedes. And it's the 170 wheelbase, and so it's kind of the medium. So it's the medium length and the medium height. And I designed the van and hired a tiny house builder to build it out for me because I just didn't have the skills, strength, or knowledge to do it myself. So let's check it out. So I had a few goals for my van. One of them was so that I could park anywhere and visit like all the pullouts along the Oregon coast and go to places that says no RVs. I also wanted a really comfortable bed everywhere I went, my great kitchen where I could cook my own food, and I wanted it to not add to the toxicity of living in a vehicle. So there's not a lot that's going to off-gas in the build section of the van, so it's very green. So starting here at the entryway, I've got a Fairtrade elephant handle. And right here, I've got a floodlight. And I have floodlights at both the front, both the side door and the back door. And so that can direct light outside and inside. I mostly just use it inside to really light up the counter. I have a lot of lighting in here. So I've also got a little step light that is just an orange light so it doesn't mess up your night vision when it's outside. And at the front door I have my fridge. This is specifically put here so that I can get to it from inside or outside. Although truth be told, I only ever get to it from inside. I'm on a little bit of a slope, so the drawer also opened with it, but it is a drawer fridge. It's an isotherm 130 drawer, and so it's got lots of room for fresh, and it has a freezer as well. One of the things that was really important to me was to have a lot of open space and to have space for people to hang out. I'm actually not much of an outdoor girl. I actually like to hang out in my van a lot, so I wanted some comfortable space to entertain. So I have the front seats that swivel, along with a bench that can seat two. The bench has a hidden toilet with a normal toilet seat at a regular toilet height. And then it also has a file drawer because I do work on the road. And above that, it houses all of my essential oils. The floor, that's a little dirty right now, is a Marmoleum brand, and that is a brand of linoleum, which is linseed and jute, and it's just a natural flooring, and it's nice and soft and warm. Underneath that, I also have some closed cell foam for insulation and the original flooring. I don't recommend using the original flooring and putting it back in because it ends up squeaking kind of in the middle. One of the things that was super important to me was kitchen, and if you'll notice, I have a lot of counter space. This is more counter space than a lot of people have in their house. And I just love it. The countertop material is paper stone, which is a recycled paper product. I have a really large sink for a van. This is just a bar sink that you would find in any home, or that you could put in a home. The sink is dirty, I should have washed that. And then this is a faucet from Costco that pulls out. And I love this because I can turn on the water in a very, very small stream so that I'm not wasting any water. So I wash my dishes. I rinse my dishes with this amount of stream, and I just spray them with an essential oil cleaner. I have a 40-gallon water tank. That will last me for more than a month, which is a long time. It's a very minimal water usage, and I am able to do that because of how I wash the dishes. I'm able to wash my hair in the sink, and then I do a sponge bath in the morning. This is a Berkey water filter, so I'm able to just put the water from my tank into the water filter and come out with clean water. So I don't have to worry too much about what's in my, the quality of the water that's in my tank. I always use potable water in the tank, but still, you just never know. For cooking, I have 2 different ways of cooking, and I have a whole video that shows the details, every detail of my kitchen. So if you want more details, there's a video out there. But I use an induction burner for a stove, and I use an Instant Pot for most of my cooking, and that is down here. So I've got the 3-quart Instant Pot, and it just is really easy on the batteries. What isn't so easy on the batteries is the Vitamix. So I joke that I have the most expensive Vitamix because it's like a 1700 watt appliance, 1900 watt, something like that. So I have to have a really large battery bank and a really large inverter to be able to run that one appliance. We've got kitchen storage here, and on the other side I've got a pantry drawer under the sink. So I do have the 40-gallon tank, so I don't have water under my sink. I just have more storage and garbage and stuff like that. So with my raised bed, I was able to have my clothes hanging under my bed. So that's been a great thing. I just, kneel down on the floor and grab my clothes. And I'm kind of a food hoarder, so my under the bed has become spillover pantry as well. I decided to go with open cabinets because I didn't need I just didn't need the extra weight, and I really like the baskets. I just think it's really an easy way to go. Nothing has ever fallen out of here, so it's working really well. Actually, I take that back. Every once in a while a towel falls out from this side. If these were in baskets, they would also stay put. So my dresser is kind of back here. I've got some clothes up here and clothes and socks and things like that over here. I do have a full queen-size bed. It is an organic latex mattress with organic bedding, and that was really important to me, to just have as healthy of a space as possible. So I sleep, even though I store the pillows on the sides, I actually sleep head to tail. So I sleep with my head down at the back windows. And then for guitar storage, I just hang my guitar above my bed, and it stays out of the way there. I actually have the same inverter control panel that Bob has, so the Magnum, for turning on my inverter. This down here, it's going to flash when it turns on. This is my solar charge controller, or my monitor for my solar charge controller. So like right now you can see that my batteries are at 97%. And I'm discharging 5.7 amps. I bet the refrigerator's on. This is the Aspar controller. The Aspar is my heater, and it is housed underneath the passenger seat, and it works great. If you have pets, or if you have anything that is temperature sensitive, it is nice to have a thermometer in the van that tells you how hot the van has gotten or how cold it's gotten, and then that's the current temperature. And then the other thing is the Wii Boost. So the Wii Boost is for amplifying cell signal. So while Bob has a way to amplify Wi-Fi, I have a way to amplify my own cell signal. So back here's my garage. Every house has to have a garage, right? So this is my alternative transportation. I've got a Bike Friday folding bike, and then storage behind that. I have a telescoping ladder up on the shelf above. This is my little seat that I use in the aisleway to add a 5th seat to my seating area. And then back there are tools, as well as my inverter and a giant power shutoff, so I can kill all the power coming into my van all at one time. And then on the other side is the water side. So this is my freshwater fill. It's just a simple gravity fill. And then behind here is a 40-gallon water tank. And then back in here, this funky hole, is my water pump, and I have a 4-gallon electric water heater. And a lot of people might be wondering why I have all electric. I didn't want to add propane because propane really condensates, and so since I needed power for the Vitamix, I decided to go all electric for everything. I do kind of wish that I had gone with the SqFt hydronic, which would give me hot water and hot air, but I went with the 4-gallon water tank. This is my shower mixer valve. Very dusty, and I just screw on right here. I screw on a hose, and I have a suction cup that attaches to the back window. This is my hose and cords drawer. So it's just a nice big drawer that carries everything. So this is all my freshwater stuff. So this is my freshwater hose, my filter. This is my shower head and my shower curtains. So I put shower curtains all around on all 4 sides so that I don't get my bed wet, so that I don't get the wood wet, and so that I have privacy. This is too long, but it's my gray tank hose. So I don't use like a standard RV hose, I just use a garden hose for emptying my gray tank. I have these boxes on the back door because I didn't want to worry about my pillows falling into the garage as I was sleeping. So just a simple fix for that is just to add some boxes, and then, so this is actually the tools that I like to be able to get to from inside. And so I can have them from inside or outside. It's a perfect place for them. And then I store my my screen door. So my rear screen door, it has screen on the top from the bed up, and then fabric from the bed down so that you can't see what I have stored under it. This is my shore power connector. It's a 30 amp. And just like Bob, I rarely plug in. But every once in a while, I do. And this is a marine shore power connector. So I have the C.R. Lawrence side windows. I have one behind the passenger seat and one in the sliding door. These are tip-out vent windows, T-vent windows, and these are not secure. You can break into these really easily, and so I also added the Picavo CRL secures to make it so that nobody could break into my van.
Joni, I want to thank you for sharing your van with me. And for everybody out there, it's Galavan. But Joni, why don't you tell them?
Okay, so it's the Galavan, T-H-E-G-A-L-A-V-A-N. Just remember the Gal Adventure van.
And thank you. And if you're watching this, I know that you like this, so please give it a thumbs up and like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as of yet, I ask you to please subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell so you'll be notified of the next videos. Looks like I got to get going. Have a happy.